What's up guys, welcome back for another YgoPro duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. This is a rematch from a couple of matches ago, but now it's very important since both these decks already lost one match, and if they lose this one they'll be out of the tournament, but the deck that wins this one will move on to like the small finals, I guess, here on the left side of the bracket, and the winner of that match will move on to the grand finals, and it will be the last video from the Cross-Banlist Cup 2019, which will be uploaded like Monday or Tuesday probably. So anyway, you have Pendulum Magicians versus True Dracos. Again, a rematch where, if I'm mistaken, indeed Pendulum Magicians won a couple of like duels slash matches ago because of the like if I remember correctly, cards like Pendulum Call or their trap card, the Pendulum Time trap card, was of course very crucial as well against those floodgates, and Purple Poison Magician again was also very important. But again, a rematch, so everything can happen. So which deck has the advantage? Just fully or solely based on the previous match, I feel that Pendulum Magicians should have the advantage over True Draco. Looking at the floodgates, okay, that's cool, but on the other hand, we are playing with Master Rule 3 Pendulum Magicians, and yeah, the cards that I mentioned before, like Purple Poison, the trap card Stardust Dragon, not to underestimate, it's fantastic against True Dracos. Yeah, Pendulum Magicians, I feel, have the advantage over True Draco. So, Pendulum Magicians have the ability to go first, which is something you definitely want, to set up your stuff, and of course getting those extra pluses. Pendulum Call, that can potentially give you the extra plus during your opponent's turn if you happen to have the trap card, and let's face it, with Double Iris, I believe the only banned Pendulum Magician, right, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, it's of course banned for a good reason, since it's a sick card to directly search your trap cards. And then, you know, with Pendulum Call, it just gives you so many pluses, and here I can just freely go for Game Ignister, triggering those extra searches, getting rid of the opponent's big beat stick, and this indeed should be game with the Astrograph Sorcerer as well. I mean, that card is never going to come back. So going second against True Dracos, that's fine, I guess. Pendulums can definitely go second, with the small downside that True Draco is able to set up the floodgates. Monarch's Erupt is a little bit more important compared to, let's say, Rivalry of Warlords. Rivalry is cool, but still, you know, like, you can use your monster effects. But yeah, anyway, if I have the ability to go for Pendulum Call or not, I'd rather not to go for Pendulum Call, since I want to abuse my Pendulum monsters here in the scales, like Double Iris and Poison, Violet Magician, and maybe Black Fang Magician, to reborn like an Exceed material that was put to one of my Exceed monsters, right? But basically, just let your Pendulum monsters do the work, like Purple Poison and of course your Double Iris to get those searches as well. I mean, and if you're, you know, like, just let them do their job and then you'll be fine. I got back one of the Duelist Alliance as a bluff, I guess, because I was playing a little bit too hasty, I guess, since by searching the second Pendulum Graph spell, I saw that both my traps were banished off of Desires, and I was like, oh come on. I mean, if I was able, if at least one trap, Pendulum Graph trap, was in the deck still, this would have been game, definitely. Like, using those Pendulum Graph trap with the start, at least the rank 4 Exceed Magician on my side of the field, is game. Like the opponent, at least Treasure Strapple for your opponent, against your opponent, once per turn is just too good, right? A lot of decks struggle against that. So yeah, here again, I can slowly come back in a duel, deal some nice damage. Not really sure if this is game or not, I don't think so, because I'm forced, or at least I'm under Rivalry of Warlords, and I'm just going to drop another Poison Violet Magician, or Purple Poison Magician indeed, because yeah, well, what can True Draco do against the onslaught of Purple Poison Magician? The destruction is definitely far too good. Opening with Ash Blossom is always nice against potential card demise, and of course dropping the, what is it called, Ignis Heat first, that's definitely a good play. You know, like, if your opponent has the hand trap, you'll get an extra Search Heritage, I guess, and this is an okay field, only 2 sets, so I definitely have to fear those 2 sets. But my opening hand is good, opening with the Insight Magician, which can, or Wisdom Eye, my apologies, Wisdom Eye that can, you know, tutor either Purple Poison or Oath Dragon, all definitely good. So let's see, is there a Monarch's Erupt or Skill Drain? Skill Drain, there it is, that's fine. Immediately flipping over the second, so now we finally get information about the 2 back rows, and I can definitely play around that. using the Time Star Magician to make Black Fang live, and that's game. Yeah, well, he can play through, I guess, but what can a deck do, especially with the again, I was able to suicide my double iris, I believe the name is, to surge the Pendulum Graph Trap, and with the Magician, that's game. I mean, what can a deck do? So yeah, a swift 3-0, as I believe, yeah, most people, I guess, felt coming, especially seeing their previous matchup some Cross-Banlist duels ago. So another like extra duel again to prevent spoilers. Pendulum Magicians going second. That's fine. If I see purple poison, I'm like, okay, they should be okay. Any dark spellcaster that could potentially trigger its effect during, like, let's say, damage tap or calc, then you know, it prevents the true Draco monster from searching. It will be destroyed by battle, and yeah, you're getting an extra pop with the purple poison as well. So having the Star Pendulum Graph spell is of course very good because of the protection effect it gives your monsters. Duelist Alliance to search out the you know, like the other magicians. Double Iris again getting those free searches, and that just feels so unfair, especially because you're still having your Pendulum mechanic, your Pendulum summon, which again is basically a return from a different dimension once per turn. And here, already have the trap card, Rivalry is cute. I'm under Monarch's Erupt, but that doesn't really do that much because of the pendulum effects again of purple poison. And yeah, double Iris Magician as well. I'm able to search out another copy, or I don't think it's needed. The only card I feared here was the, what is it called? The True Draco Trap that halves the attack. That might have been like a small hinder, but yeah, again, in the long run, what can the deck do? Especially with the Face-Up Continuous Pendulum Graph spell that gives me a once per turn search, which could, yeah, again, which basically leads to like purple poison or Wisdom Eye. So, and Wisdom Eye leads to purple poison. So the deck is just, nah, the deck is definitely far too good compared to True Draco without side deck, that is. You know, like side deck Anti-Spell Fragrance was definitely quite staple for True Dracos back then. So Pendulum Magicians move on, and again, yeah, it's like the big matchup. Which deck is going to win this one? Again, feel free to leave it down below. So still 2 videos remaining, and next video should be up like on Sunday. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.